video on the P. Diddy stuff. I don't know. There's so much to the P. Diddy, like, case. I guess I didn't realize just how deep that goes. So a lot of the, I think it's court documents, right? Like a lot of the, no, it's not court documents. What the fuck came out? I think it was like one or two of the lawsuits or something. It, like, the amount of, like, claims and a lot of the horrible shit behind the scenes is unbelievable. That's a ton. So no, I don't know. That's a lot to cover. You hear about the Chernobyl dogs potentially being the cure to cancer. What's that? Oh, interesting. I see what you saw. Is it this? The dogs of Chernobyl are experiencing rapid evolution. Sounds like something out of, like, I Am Legend. For decades, scientists have studied animals living in or near the Chernobyl nuclear power plant to see how increased levels of radiation affect their health, growth, and evolution. A new study analyzed the DNA of 302 feral dogs living near the power plant, compared the animals to the others living 10 miles away, and found remarkable differences. While the study doesn't prove that radiation is the cause of these differences, the data provides an important first step in analyzing these irradiated populations and understanding how they compare to dogs living elsewhere. Where is this? This is just mainly talking about the differences, though? What are you talking about with the cancer stuff? This was from 2023, so this is probably the most recent report on it. Still very interesting. It's more that they think they can help because they've evolved to resist most cancers, if not outright kill it. Oh. So I've seen this a couple times, and usually I don't bother because I'm pretty sure it comes from 12-year-olds that don't understand how this works, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. Hey Charlie, no tax write-off, I mean free money giveaway tonight? So it seems like there's people that think me giving away random amounts of money to random viewers on stream is a tax write-off. Do you not know how that shit works? Legitimately, that's to you, Matt. Do you know how tax write-offs work? Because I can't write those off. And you keep spamming it. So do you, Matt? The one with the Tanjiro profile pic? I'm waiting for your answer. It's crazy how I just can't even give away money without it being some kind of conspiratorial, like, sinister thing. That's just the state of brain rot on the internet right now. But I'm waiting for your answer, Matt. Do you know how that shit works, or is that just something you heard from your parents once? That caps lock spam isn't working anymore all of a sudden, Matt. What happened to your keyboard? You were so tough, just so strong. Actually, Malding, I can't, like, it's just so indicative how everything is controversial. Everything. It legitimately makes me mad. 100%. What? 100%. Because it's not just him. I think the best anime to start with is something simple. So like a One Punch Man Season 1 is fire. Jujutsu Kaisen, stuff like that, if you've never watched anime. Or Death Note's a really good gateway for a lot of people. Take-Two Interactive now owns Borderlands IP. Really? I used to mod games a lot more often, Breezy, but I haven't in a long time. Thanks for some Mint and Deasley. I used to be very into it, though, especially when it came to, like, deeper mods like model swapping. I used to do a lot of model swapping for, like, Wolf Among Us, Metal Gear Solid 5. But I haven't in a long time now. I haven't been too deep into the modding scene these days. Embracer Group has officially divested Gearbox Entertainment, selling the division to Take-Two Interactive for $460 million. What a scam. That's crazy. That's crazy. They have one game. It's like Derek Zoolander with the one look, but for gaming. It's just Borderlands. Everything else they have is dog shit. And Borderlands hasn't been good in so long. Maybe because of the movie? I guess, but I mean, there's not a lot of hype around the movie. Is there? Like, I haven't seen anyone talk about it past everyone doom and gloom about how bad it's gonna be. But I mean, look at the rest. Borderlands, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, that's still Borderlands. I don't know why they're separated here, but they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel for anything to their name. Homeworld, I guess I can't form an opinion on it, barely remember it. Risk of Rain's great. They got very lucky with that. Brothers in Arms, I don't think they've made a game in like 20 years. And Duke Nukem, the last Duke Nukem game was Forever. And before that, it was in the 90s. And Forever is considered one of the worst games of the 360 era. They've got nothing. Nothing. And yeah, I've been trying to keep up with all the Chode stuff, all the Diddy stuff. The guy's name who asked the question is named Chode. I'm not keeping up with like Chode news or whatever, but I was trying to keep up with all the Diddy stuff. It's just a lot. It's a ton. What are your thoughts on the Baltimore bridge collapse? It's bad. Like, I don't have deep thoughts on it. It just sucks. Like I was saying yesterday and the day before. The only thing is there's no conspiracy there. Another big sign of the fucking brain rot everyone's suffering from, pulling a conspiracy out of their ass where there is none. You can literally see the power go out. on the ship that hits it. There's no deeper conspiracy. The really weird one where they're blaming the Obamas because in one of the Obama-funded movies there was a ship that lost control is a crazy stretch. The other one about it being like a terrorist attack is a crazy stretch. Like, it's all outrageous. By far the most interesting red thread so far has been the Boeing whistleblower conspiracy, because that's one that I've followed so closely. Oh, speaking of Boeing, I guess I'll give you the Boeing update, since that whole company is falling apart. CEO left, some of the other higher-ranking members left. Boeing's fucking falling to pieces. Like, it's absolutely just falling apart. What does the game smell box do? It takes your game and pumps smells through it. And yeah, I've been watching Solo Leveling. CEO leaves at the end of the year. He's still there. Well, he's stepping down. That's the point. There's a big departure coming from the highest levels of Boeing. Boeing recap. In a nutshell, Boeing planes keep having all of these malfunctions and failures, like the door blowing off of the Alaska Airlines flight, engine failure where it literally burnt and, like, caught fire, burnt up, and they had to emergency land a few days after that. Like, it's just been one disaster after another. Luckily, it's not killing anyone yet. And there was a whistleblower. His name's John Barnett. He had a position at Boeing where he was overseeing a lot of the safety parameters and protocol, and Boeing was knowingly, according to him, knowingly keeping things off the book, keeping things very shady and secretive, and knowingly using bad parts and scrap metal. They'd even used Dawn dish soap at one point for, God, what was it? What were they lubricating with the Dawn dish soap? I don't recall. They then used a, I think it was not a library card. Something else for one of their other inspections. Like, they're not doing what they should. Door seals, that's what it was. Dawn dish soap for the door seals. Like, they're just not doing what you would expect them to do when it comes to making sure their planes are built well and safe. They're just pumping shit out for production to meet deadlines. It was a hotel key card. Thanks. I knew it wasn't a fucking library card. And then he was found dead. Oh yeah, I totally forgot the most important part of that conspiracy thing, yeah. And then that whistleblower who was engaged in an active lawsuit, about to finish the lawsuit, mind you, was found dead in a hotel parking lot in his truck. Pretty mysterious. If he was planning on killing himself, he probably would have done it in the hotel room, not in his fucking truck. He also had told his friends and family that if he does turn up dead, it wasn't suicide. Kind of another red flag situation there. Mothman strikes again. Yeah, the work of Mothman. You see Phil Spencer say that the reason they decided to cut 1,900 jobs at Xbox is due to his concerns of lack of growth in the industry. I saw. I don't buy that at all. But also maybe they should focus on actually making games, and good ones. Maybe they'd see more growth.